people, welcome back. I'm outside today because it's a nice day for a start and because I want to do something a little bit different. So, I'm outside, I'm on the streets of Barcelona. What am I going to be sketching? This. If you don't know what that is the Sagrada Familia, which is an icon of Barcelona. The thing is, I don't want to be where there's lots of people, so I'm going to try and find a different perspective. I don't know where I'm going to go. So this is the other side, which I think is probably a better place because there's not so many people around. And I think I'm probably going to sit down over here so that I can sketch the trees and have the Sagrada Familia just poking out behind it. I've chosen this tree. This tree is going to be the tree that I sketch by, my sketching tree. I'm going to get myself sorted now. I'm already covered in whatever this is, dust, sand, whatever. But I have my Hannah sketchbook and I have my pencil case. So let's get started. We'll see how we go. Let's do this. Oh, someone's just come and stood right in my way. Typical. Let's go. I'm going to start with the trees, I think. So I've got my frame and then put the actual structure in the background. So there's going to be a tree here coming up this side. I'm just going straight in. I'm not being tentative, you know? I think being tentative is a killer of sketching. If you think too much, I think you might regret it because then you're going to be angry at the lines that you've made. More trees going off down here. Little trees getting into bigger trees. They're quite spindly. There's not much greenery on them at the moment because of the time of year. Okay, so these are all trees coming down here. Little path. There's some benches. There's people carrying bags. Perhaps they have a dog. Don't have to do too much detail to start with. Just getting some shapes. I'm actually looking at what I'm drawing more than I'm looking down at the page. I'm actually zoomed in much more than I thought I would. I thought I was going to get all this foliage up here at the top, but I haven't. I actually did the guided tour, which I always thought I probably wouldn't do, but it was actually excellent. It was really interesting. So if you are planning a trip to Barcelona, I recommend it actually. It's quite worth the money. It's quite expensive, but I think it's very informative and it's just really interested, especially if you're interested in architecture, which I wouldn't say that I particularly am. I just like drawing it, and I don't draw it particularly realistically, but it's really cool. After you've got the main kind of outline in, then you can go back and start adding detail. Now, what does this say? Sanctus? Sandus? Sanctus. Is it a T? Can't tell what those words say. Well, just using my own handwriting for this. This was actually starting being built in 1882 and it's due to be finished in 2026, which is next year. I suppose it's possible. See, now I think I might be adding too much detail, to be honest, but I don't know. There's a lot going on. And there's more towers behind here. I'm going to add the crane in, well, because it's there, basically. And it is part of what I am looking at. Plus, every time I've been here, the first time I came here was in, oh, when was it? 96 or 97? 97, I think, was the first time I came to Barcelona. And there was scaffolding then. There are cranes now. So it really is part of the aesthetic, I suppose. So this is where we're at currently. Let's add some color to this. Raw sienna with some burnt umber there. We'll make it a little bit greener than it actually is. Should have mixed that on there first, actually. Not many people have stopped to look at what I'm doing today. You know, normally people are all up in my grill checking out what's going on. Not today. Don't be afraid to leave white spaces. Should we bring some purple into this? Whee, that's a lot of purple. Let's put the purple in here. I'm going to use that just to add some texture onto this bit with the. Hola, buenas. Sí. Oh, no sé, no estoy seguro. Lo siento. I thought she was going to ask me about my painting, but she wasn't. She was just looking for a street. Oh, I like that. I like that color that I've got there. I'm going to try and bring that into these hollows as well. Now it's time to pack up and wait for this to dry. And let's see what we've got. Need to hydrate. Today is the 6th of the 1st, 25. I've just realised here on the Venice one I put 24 and it wasn't, it was 25. Silly. I always do that at the start of the year. Always get confused with what the date is. Sagrada Família. Actually, I really need a wee. I need to find somewhere to go to the toilet first, I think. There's far too many people around. No, I'm not. I'm not doing it here. This lighting is not doing me any favors. Gosh, you can definitely see that I went out last night. Oh, it's better if I look up. Cringe. That's the question. I don't know. Cringe. People looking. But never mind. I should maybe write a script for these things because I'm always just making it up on the spot, and I never really like it. There's far too many people here for my liking. Oops. I thought that was a real bird. I don't think it was. There's definitely far too many. Oh, keep looking at myself there, and I should be looking there. Stop looking at yourself. Okay, so I have my hand up, looking at the wrong place again. Oops. Oh, we really don't need this close up of my mouth, do we? What's that doing there? Well, I can tell you today I have learned that I do not like the view of the top of my head. That's why I should wear a hat.